All right, Alan Johnson, coach of Craving Charleston,
Yes.
who is the national champion in the 100 meters. I mean, tell me about tonight, watching that race. How did it make you feel?
Well, I think tonight it made me happy for him because I've been coaching Craving since 2016, and I've watched him go through ups and downs and throughout college and then post collegiate, and this year was the goal was, hey, this is your second year out of college. We got to make something happen. So he was dedicated to that. I mean, he moved back to Charlotte, back to home, Charlotte. He practices in Greensboro, so he's driving back and forth to 90 miles every day to practice. So, it's awesome. I'm really, really happy for him.
Yeah.
He deserves this.
This is a country that swept the podium at the World Championships last year. And I think a lot of people, if you had predicted the start of the year, Craving Charleston's going to be the national champion, they wouldn't have seen it coming. Did you see this coming? Like, when did you think this was possible?
Honestly, I thought this was possible in 2017 when he was a freshman in college.
What showed you that?
Just watching him practice, and I remember we went to our conference meet May of 2017, and he ran a really good run, and I was like, this guy can be really good, and it's just taken a lot of time to get to now. 2 years ago, when he was a senior in college, he did a lot of good things, but he got injured. He got injured in May, or I think something like this could have happened then, and then. So since then, he's just been working really, really hard, extremely hard.
He ran really smart in the semifinal. Like, what did you tell him how to run semi in the final?
Hey, I just told him, let's just do what we've been doing all year. I was like, Craving, you don't have to do anything different. You've run some really fast times. I mean, he's run 990, 991, 995 this year. So I was like, hey, just do what you did there. And it should be good. And then after the first round, the way he ran it, I told him today, I said, hey, the front part of the race, just do it exactly like you did yesterday. So.
He never made an NCAA final. He never made a U.S. final before tonight. Like, he has run some pretty good races against top competition this year.
Yes.
So, how helpful do you think those races were to?
I think they were extremely helpful. I think it helped his confidence. He's always known that he's had talent, but to come out and then when he started running and beating some of the quote-unquote big names in the event, it was like one of those things where I think he realized, hey, I am just as good as they are. I do belong here.
You mentioned he's had some injuries the last few years. Like, what do you think was the lowest point for him in that stretch?
The lowest point for him in that stretch? I think I don't know what the lowest point was, but I know that there were points where he was always on the edge of doing something, and then there would be a mishap and he'd miss it. Last year he wasn't injured. He was coming along. It was his first year being a pro athlete and just getting used to that. But if anything was the lowest point, probably just some of the just small injuries that prevented him from being at his best when he really wanted to be.
Did you get nervous before the race? Like, did you get nervous for him more than your own race?
Yeah, more than for my own races, because when I was running, I was in control. As a coach, all you can do is sit back and watch, and you're thinking in your head, okay, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. So everybody that I coach, I get nervous. So it's like when I'm at a meeting, there are multiple athletes that I'm coaching. The one thing I tell them, I say, you guys have to realize, you guys run one race. I run every round with all of you. So afterwards, I'm mentally and emotionally exhausted.
Do you think it's wild that a guy, he doesn't have a shoe contract, and he's winning the 100 at the U.S. Championships, one of the most competitive races in the world?
Right.
Like, is that just kind of crazy to you?
Yeah, it's crazy, but those things happen. I mean, sometimes it's just, like I say, it's just timing. I mean, I think that for him 2 years ago, had he not gotten injured, he would have gotten, I think he probably would have gotten a shoe contract 2 years ago based on how he was performing. Oh, and also, he was in a very good position to contend for an NCAA title March of 2020. He was running well. We went to the track, I think it was a Thursday to shake out. We were supposed to run Friday, and they said, COVID, everybody go home. And then those seniors from those NCAA seniors indoors are the only group of athletes that only got 3 opportunities to participate at the NCAA championships in their college careers. Everyone else got 4. Some cross country people, they got 5 opportunities to participate at NCAA's, and so.
And he was a senior that year.
He was a senior. Yeah. He was a senior. So then he came back 2021 as a 5th-year senior.
Gotcha.
And then got hurt outdoors at our conference meet.
You have a 110 hurdle coming
Yes.
up with
Yes.
that.
Yes. Yeah, Daniel Roberts starts tomorrow, so hopefully we can do something there.
How long have you been coaching him?
Since October.
Okay.
Yeah, since October. I recruited him out of high school, so we finally got a chance to link up and be coach. I coach, he's the athlete in October.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the time and
No problem.
congratulations.
Thank you.